So when it comes to managing multiple projects, it can be a little bit cumbersome because you have to deal with the auth provider, and then you have a storage provider, and maybe you have another service for sending emails. Well, after all this time of developing with AI agents, we finally have a tool that has come across to unify all this into a centralized ecosystem. And that is exactly what Stripe Projects is here to do. My name is Michael Liendo, Staff Developer Advocate at Auth0, and today I'm going to be walking you through the Auth0 plugin for Stripe Projects, so that way when you kick off your next session, you can get set up with auth, login, and authentication all the right way and all managed in a centralized place. Let's go ahead and dive in. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Now, in case you're wondering what we have to kick things off, I have a very basic Create Next App application already set up and ready to go for us. This is nothing more than PNPM Create Next App. Now let's get things set up with Stripe Projects. Now the first thing you want to do is get the CLI for Stripe installed. Now I'm on a Mac, so I'm going to go ahead and use Brew to get this set up. Spoiler alert, I already have this configured inside of my environment. But in case you don't, we'll go ahead and drop this as well as the PC instructions for you as well. Now, once you have that installed, you want to go ahead and get the Stripe plugin set up for your application as well. This is just an add-on so that we can have Stripe plugins set up for our repo. So when we're ready, I'm going to go ahead and paste in this command right here. It's simply Stripe plugin install projects. Once I hit enter, you can see that I already have it set up, but in case you don't, it'll walk you through a series of steps of making sure that your account is ready to go. Now inside of this repo, the next command that I can type using that Stripe CLI is going to be Stripe projects, and I'm just going to initialize this. Now it knows that my directory has 17 files in it, and I'm going to say, great. You can go ahead and take a peek at these because for some of these, you're going to update, and for some of them, you're going to create new files in addition to what's already there. Now, once that's all done, you can see right here exactly what was created, what was updated, and all the other files, they were just left alone. All right, so we have our application configured, the moment of truth. Let's go ahead and get Auth0 set up as the very first project inside of this application. I'm going to clear this out, and then I'll type Stripe projects add, and it's going to be Auth0/client. Now, once you hit enter there are a couple of different options that you can choose from. The very first one is going to be what we're using today. It's simply a free plan. Now, feel free to go to auth0.com/pricing to check out the other options in further detail. But you can see that we have B2B and B2C options available for you as well. So we're going to go ahead and select free, and then we can give our application a name. Now I'm going to call this something like Stripe Auth0 Projects Demo. And once I hit enter here, you can see that it is going to scaffold this out inside of Auth0 for me. And this is the benefit that Stripe Projects gives you. If you were to configure other providers, say a hosting provider or a file storage provider, all of those are managed inside of Stripe Projects. Now, this looks great to me, so I'm going to hit yes. You can see that because I logged in the Stripe CLI with my email here, it's going to set up this brand new account and this brand new Auth0 tenant on my behalf using that email. Now everything got configured just fine for me, so a couple ways to verify that. You can see right here that my credentials are listed inside of my .env file, but I can take it a step further. I'm going to select Stripe project status and hit enter there. And once I do, you can see all of the details of the various projects that I have linked using the Stripe CLI. Now that's great to see that things are working locally, but I do want to check in the Auth0 dashboard to make sure things are configured that way. So to verify that, we can simply type Stripe projects open, and we can say Auth0. This is going to kick us on over to the Auth0 dashboard, so that way we can see if our application is truly set up and ready to go. I'm going to hit enter here. And there you go. I'm logged in into my Auth0 dashboard. And if I click on applications and select the application that just got created, you can see that I have Stripe Auth0 Projects Demo. Clicking on that, I can verify the client ID, the client secret, and additional details inside of my application. And just like that, you can see how easy it is to get Stripe to manage our Auth0 tenant. Now, the easiest way to make sure that this is all set up and working correctly is truly to get the application set up and ready to go. Now, I'm using Claude as my agent of choice for today. And in case you didn't know, Auth0 just launched the Auth plugin for Claude Code. Now to verify that, I can go over to plugins/Auth0 inside of claude.com. You can see that we have Auth0 set up and ready to go for you. It'll do framework detection. It'll also give you the right SDK and get everything set up for your agent out of the box. Now, I already have this configured, so I'm going to head back over into my CLI, clear this out, and get Claude set up and ready to go so we can get this taken care of. All right, so I have Claude set up inside of my terminal. Now I have this prompt here, and it's simply going to instruct Claude to get Auth0 set up for authentication and login inside of my app. Now, I'm going to hit enter here and let Claude do its thing. And as mentioned, I do have that plugin installed for Claude Code, so that way it has a little bit more information on how to get this set up correctly. All right, it looks like it just got done setting up our application. Let's go ahead and review a little bit of what just happened. So if we go up here, you can see that a couple of files did get created for us. Primarily, we have a dashboard page that is going to verify if our user is logged in or not. Now, through the use of our Next.js SDKs, if the user isn't already authenticated, then they'll be taken to our sign-in page, assuming everything went correctly. So then we'll go over to our main page, and we're simply going to have a button, it looks like, that takes us over to our dashboard. Now, I don't know about you, but that was extremely easy to get set up. I think the last thing to do is just to verify that everything is working. So on a blank editor right here, I'm simply going to type in pnpm run dev. Now, this will prop everything open inside of port 3000, as a lot of us are accustomed to seeing. And I'm going to click on this so we can visit that port. Now, inside of our Next.js application, you can see in fact that we do have this dashboard tab sitting right here. I'm going to click on that. And sure enough, you can see that we have the Stripe Auth0 projects demo. And I have the choice of typing in my email, password, or simply logging in with Google. Now, because I'm in a development environment, I'm going to click on Google because Auth0 does give you the information by default. And just like that, you can see right over here, welcome, Michael Leando, aka Focusouter, and I have the ability to sign out as well as get logged in back again. Now, the really cool thing is that I can hop over into the Auth0 dashboard to verify that a user has in fact been created. Right over here on the users tab, I'm going to hit refresh, and there you go. Within a couple of steps of working within Stripe projects, you can see that we have our user in fact set up with an Auth0 tenant. Super, super cool. All right, so in this video, you saw just how easy it is to get Stripe projects set up, a new tenant configured, a user added inside of a Next.js application, as well as full-on authentication and authorization through the use of Auth0. This is a crazy world that we're living in, and I'm excited for what's going to be coming forward in the future. In case you want more details, I'm going to be dropping those in the description below. But once again, my name is Michael Leando, Staff Developer Advocate here at Auth0. Hit me up with any questions, but I look forward to seeing you all next time. Peace.